Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another set of Limbus Company songs. Today we have a two-parter, I suppose. I think I saw in one of the comments, there were a few of them, by the way, with like over 50 likes on each that said they wanted me to get to these, but I think they said it was like a two-parter boss theme of some sort. If not, I just know it's a two-parter theme. But this is me Relinque and na me Relinque. That may be the stupidest joke I've done for a name yet. I promise I know how to say the names. I'm just being an idiot. I am a child in a 29-year-old body. I can't help myself sometimes. But the name translates to leave me, do not leave me, so I'm going to figure out what that is supposed to mean, I guess. And without further ado and further bad jokes, let's go! Okay, we spooky. Nothing really new there from Limbus. Those strings, though. The cellos underneath really creating a beautiful blanket. I like this pulsating, almost heartbeat rhythm going underneath. Ooh, we got a lift. Back down. Oh man, the dynamics in here, that flooding in and out like a wave in the ocean. This like static sound design texture under it too. It's helping add to that visual. I'm building a story. But we've got a long way to go yet. Pick up the pace a little bit, okay. Still kind of keeping the overall motif the same. Love the chimes in the back here. Beautiful bells, just dancing. Doing their own little thing, their own melody. Haunting isn't even a good enough word for this yet. I'm really trying to figure out where it's going to go after this. Are we going to get more angry or more sad? Maybe happy. Maybe we'll get more hopeful. Because right now I'm feeling more of like sorrow in here. And again, that kind of tracks for the game. It's a pretty common mood. I thought they were going to shift it earlier when they had that, like, major lift up into that key. Oh, but they're settling it back down. Oh. Oh, oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like that I could taste that sound design. That was gross. What a direction to go. Did we really need the squelching? Probably. We got urgency in here. Dude, this soloist in this. These are the sorts of dynamics you can only get when you have a real musician playing. There's no way this is programmed. But man, it takes so much skill to make an instrument cry. Oh. Right now we got like almost yelling. It's like screaming right now. I think I'm starting to make a connection here between the names and the song. It's kind of making sense. Yeah, still don't like the squelching. Ooh, it even ends faster with that like rhythm coming back in here. Would it slow back down to the beginning? Oh, great way to loop if that's the case. If not, just an interesting way to end it. All right, so this one might be a little bit more straightforward than what I usually would get out of these songs. I mean, sometimes you get stuff that's pretty direct, but this one might be the most direct out of all of them, at least in recent memory, because you get the first very clear portion that's like, leave me. It's a lot more sorrowful. It's a lot more resentful. There's like this sadness in there, this profound energy of almost I'm sorry. It's like it's apologizing and pleading with you to not go, but at the same time it wants you to, like it's okay with that. And then the second half hits where it's don't leave me, and it's literally like, no, you cannot leave. The anger starts to slip in there. It becomes a lot more hectic. The tragedy starts to fall away in lieu of fear and aggression, and you're just like, whoa, I gotta go. And they're like, no, you aren't. And I think that squelching sound in there for the sound design really does kind of add this extra layer there. Like, what are they doing in that moment? Is this a creature that's like starting to devour you or feeds off of people? And at first it was maybe feeling bad about this relationship that they were having. And it's like, okay, we're done. Go, be free, be safe. You know what'll happen if you stick around. And then it's like, no, wait a minute. Me hungry, and it starts to go to town. Like, I don't think that would happen directly, assuming that this is a fight. You would probably be fighting through that, but that might have been like a transitional sound effect even for like the second phase to start. But that's still kind of in there as like this big maybe to me. Like, maybe that transition was like the creature changing and realizing that it can't let you go for its own betterment. And it's like, okay, here we are. It almost feels like what would happen in a psychologically abusive relationship where like at first they're understanding that maybe what they're doing is wrong, but then once they see that you're willing to leave them, they try to like pull you back in. So this is getting really deep for me, and it's a beautiful, beautiful track to tell that story because of that violin, really. That soloist doing so much work, holding this entire song up. There was really neat to hear all the other stuff underneath, that like pulsating heart-like pounding that was underneath everything. The chimes in there having this like bouncier energy, kind of lifting everything up and making you feel a little bit more lighthearted about the situation. Maybe there is some hope in the future if I were to leave this situation and go on, before that transitions into the second half and it's like all bets are off, you know, like it's that transition. And then the violin in that second part too. Like I said, it takes a lot of skill to make an instrument sound like it's crying, which in the first half, it honestly sounded more like crying. In the second half, it felt like somebody was yelling at you, screaming at you to get back here. You know, like it was so much more aggression on there. All of those pitch bends, all of those absolute scrapes just going up and down. That violin is absolutely the shining star of this piece, and I really can't get over how beautiful it was. Everything else in here was just kind of cool. It was doing its job. It was holding everything down. It was making, like I said, this nice blanket for everything else to kind of exist on top of, and you're like, oh, okay. And it's able to tell you this story through its own way and basically make you feel like you're experiencing this conversation happening, and it's a beautiful, beautiful work and some amazing skill to be able to do that. I just can't get over that. It's so good. And the overall atmosphere of this one was amazing from the start. It just kind of invited you in. It felt so welcoming in a weird way. You were kind of like curious, but at the same time a little bit wary of what might be happening. And I think that might have been the experience of the character receiving this song. Like if you're self-inserting into this moment where this violin is singing to you, you would feel comforted almost immediately, like they're whispering sweet nothings in your ear before that entire thing, that entire intent changed through some event later in, and you have to second guess yourself and be like, wait, I need to get out of here. So it's really just an amazing work at creating this atmosphere of comfort at first, only to rip it away. And having that squelching in there is like an immediate nope, like I need to get out. I don't want to know whatever is making that sound or whatever is making that sound. If I'm looking at it, I'm gone. I'm making a Looney Tunes shaped hole through the wall. I'm getting out of here, you know? But I think they nailed that haunting atmosphere, and I think they nailed this story. I assume on this one I'm right because, like I said, it was pretty obvious, one of the most obvious stories that I've heard in recent memory from this game. And I love this approach they're going for with all of this like more orchestral stuff and having a lot more of these organic instruments included instead of doing more electronic stuff. I love electronic stuff, as you all know, but like I also adore real organic instruments being played and allowing these sorts of phrasings to be able to communicate these sorts of emotions so naturally, and you're able to just get it. So I hope that I'm correct here, because that's what I was being told through this story, and I hope we get to hear more of that in the future, because I absolutely adore just being able to pinpoint exactly the moment when emotions shift in the song just by hearing an instrument change, a key change, a chord switch, anything. It's so cool. But I think I've done enough yapping for this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If I am right or if I am wrong, correct me down in the comments. You know what to do. I'll read them for sure. And if you have any other songs you want me to get to from Limbus Company or Lobotomy Corporation, anything from Project Moon, leave it in the comments below and I will do my best to get to it next time. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for other stuff in the future, you know how to do all that. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!